The battles at Bluegrass, live from Bluegrass Billiards in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of PA Pro-Am Pool. Prepare yourself for an epic battle. Here to commentate all the action, the cue ball from the pool hall, Frank Maialetti.
Importing all preferences from home interface. Systems are now fully operational.
All right, we're gonna get ready to go here. Nick Papageorge, 572 Fargo, versus Doug Cogliano, 597. And some bar box action tonight. I got a special guest commentator here. I got Mark Nanashee. Mark is a 680 Fargo, so he definitely spots these guys.
Hello, everyone.
So we're gonna go race to 9. I'm gonna call pocket, 10 ball, call safe. 10 on the break does not count. 2 and 3 on the corners. We'll check out the rules here. Rack your own, win a break. Mark actually has a nice little printed out set of rules that Nick Papageorge gave him. What do you got here, Mark? He's got the glasses on.
It's extensive. It's this list of rules which Nick provided us. I'd be happy to run through the entire list if you'd like.
Go ahead.
Normal BCAPL rules, otherwise Outsville 10-ball template, 2 and 3 on the corners, other random balls, winner breaks, rack your own, 10 spots on the break immediately, all shots called, do not have to call obvious shots. Early call 10 is a win. If a called ball drops and another ball is lucked in, shooter continues. If the other ball is a 10, it spots and shooter continues. Did I mention it was extensive?
Yes.
If a called ball does not drop and another ball is lucked in, incoming player has option to accept or return shot. I was curious about that. So it's not call shot, call safe. It's just call shot and standing balls, apparently. If a ball is called and nothing falls, including a lucky ball, the incoming player must shoot. No option for return. If a safe is called and a ball is pocketed on the safe, incoming player must shoot. No option to return. That's interesting. 3 fouls, jump cues allowed. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot. It's more words than I've read in the past month.
And I am positive Nick inserted something in here,
yeah,
which is going to benefit him at some point during this match.
We're just getting a little bit of our angles here real quick, just setting the camera up. We got our new awesome badass cameras here. Supplied to us by Avkans. Check them out. I'll give you a link there in the chat. Avkans cameras, they are some of the top of the line cameras there you can get. So, I've never played Doug. I had a really shitty showing against Nick that I probably should have won. There he is. What's up, buddy?
Should we start?
Whenever you're ready, pal.
All right. Follow the whole chat. They have action from Nick Papageorge.
Nick Papageorge says the entire chat has action.
I accept.
You're not in the chat.
Let me get in the chat.
He can be.
We're going to play 2 sets. The first one's going to be a race to 9. The second one will be a race to 7.
Okay.
Because that's what will happen in the tournament.
Okay.
Like winner side, loser side. Okay.
All right, we got a race to 9 first set, race to 7 on second set. 1K in the middle. That's like I was saying. I played Nick Papageorge. I played like shit that day, but Nick plays well. So does Doug.
I think there are a lot of similarities in their game. You may be watching them and think that these are 700 level players at one point, and then an unforced error that may immediately follow. It's common. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this shakes out. I believe both of these players feel they're supposed to beat the other one. So tonight we get to find out who's correct.
We got a little party next door here with lovely ladies here. It's a little veterinarian party. They didn't bring any puppies with them though, so I'm not happy with them.
Looks like we're getting started.
This is our aerial view of Bluegrass Billiards. Sprawling 26,000 square foot pool hall, 54 tables.
I also want to let you know before we get started here,
So we're missing a ball.
the production value on that you've incorporated is really tremendous.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I know a lot of work goes into it, but
I try, but
hopefully those that are able to watch or appreciate it as well.
I do know that Feder Gorst appreciates it because he's having me be his personal streamer next week at the Derby. I'm going to be commentating some of his matches.
He plays okay.
Oh, yeah, he's not too bad.
He did scratch 3 times in the first game that I played him in Austin in the tournament. Just to
But
let you
didn't
know.
scratch games 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7.
I was not able to win that game in one pocket. But thankfully it's on his page if anyone out there would like to watch it after this session.
We'll go back and archive that one. All right, we got a break here. Scratch on the break. We got Raph in the chat. Guys, do me a favor if you can, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get these numbers watching here. Papageorge said everybody in the chat has action.
We request that you orderly form a line
Yes.
and take numbers.
Everybody will get a chance to beat up on Papageorge. All right, Nick's got the 2 on the side. He's going to roll it forward just a little bit. Trying to get himself positioned. Checking it too. That's a 7 ball. We have arena lights on all the 9-foot tables. We don't have them on the 7-foot tables yet. Hopefully soon we'll have the arena lights set up on the 7-foot tables. Two rails out for the 5 on the side. Barry, I think you and Doug Cogliano would be a good matchup, actually, on a 9-foot table. Papageorge going to play the 5 on the right side. He's going to come around 3 rails or 1. What do you think, Mark?
I'm going to say he goes 3 rails. Frank?
All right, we're going to have a straight shot on the 6.
It's a little difficult from a TV angle perspective to see exactly what it is that they have in front of them. You know, you have omnidirectional. Should just be stop here. Well, stop. A little bit of an angle to get to the 9. See, those are markers down by the middle short rail.
Yeah, we'll keep score on our end up here for the folks at home. That's for them to keep score on their end. Play the 7 in the side pocket roll up. Looks pretty good on the 9. 2 rails out for the 10. Could go one rail with a little.
Believe it or not, one rail with a slight inside, except being jacked up. That's the only issue.
Yeah, he's going outside. Looks like 2 rails.
It's a little bit more natural because you're not coming across the position line. He hit it well.
On the other side there, where all those people are walking by, are the ping pong tables.
Someone dancing there.
So the ping pong sharks are at. All right, we got 1-0 Papageorge.
Hello everyone, this is Double J, Jeremy Jones, and you're here watching PA Pro-Am Pool.
I really liked Nick's confidence in that rack and his pace of play early. It took the necessary time to make good decisions, and he executed them well.
You know, he's playing, I guess, I don't want to call it practice. Doug's not practice, but he's playing in a big event, he said, in Vegas in February. So he's...
the 299 and under.
299 under? 100 robustness.
I'm kidding, Nick. I'm kidding.
100 robustness. But he's essentially playing this so he could essentially mimic the rules of that event.
Sure.
All right, we got rack number 2. Papageorge the break. He's up 1-0. We don't know what that was, but it's going to be a ball
that's
in
a
hand.
foul. I'm not sure if that was listed in the encyclopedia of rules that Nick provided for us. Oh, it looks like they're going to re-rack. I was curious what with bar table 10 ball.
Yeah.
A lot of people use a rail bridge as opposed to a closed bridge on the actual fell.
Yeah.
Because you're a little constricted with the distance. And it appeared that Nick, even though he's a taller person, opted to have his bridge hand on the table as opposed to just playing off the rail.
All right, Doug right down the middle here. 7 in corners. No shot on the 1. Josh Jam said Doug's a walking rule book. It's all good. Larry Johnson said it's a 1K entry over there in Vegas. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Get you down to $5.99 mark. I'll put you in a 1K event. All right, Doug's going to push. Unfortunately, back here on the bar tables, I only have 1 camera angle, so we're going to have to make do. When we get to the 9-foot action, I have 4 camera angles now.
It was an interesting push. It looks like he attempted to jack him up over the 9.
Bank the 1, try to hide behind the 8.
It's a little difficult when you're elevated. It looks like you can get to the bottom of the ball or maybe the middle.
Called the 1 in the corner pocket.
Wow, it went.
Shot. He loves breaking my balls. He loves breaking my balls all the time. This one. All right, Nick's gonna have a shot onto the 2.
To tell if he can 2 rail out and try and get above the 3, or if he has to draw back. That's fine, actually. I think I would Try and place 8, maybe even call the 10 here.
He's calling the bank.
I must really have a TV angle here if that goes.
Oh, he didn't hit the 8, but he hit every other ball in the table. Doug's got a shot at the 3.
Sure, is the combination on? Looks like he's looking that way. Even if it is, it's difficult. You would really have to hit this with a low inside to try and kill it and hold it for the 3 ball. Is he trying to carom?
I don't know if the carom would go because he's got to really thin that one if he goes for the carom.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's possible. You can also follow straight through the 3 ball with a little bit of left spin and try and just freeze to the 4 ball. There's another option. He may be actually cutting the 3 ball in the right hand pocket. I forgot this is a bar table, so.
Yeah, it has to go 3 feet.
Wow, the carom
He
was
did have the
on.
carom.
Great shot.
Doug has a chance to get out here, play the 3. Top right corner, come one rail in between that 6-8.
Yes, but see, there's a sneaky little thing here that you got to be careful of. If you go a little long, you can actually hook yourself with the 10 ball.
Yeah. Playing a smart shot, he's going to just stay in the middle of the table, play the 5.
That's excellent. That's exactly the way you want to play it. You don't necessarily want to go between the 6 and the 8 because that 10 ball is there.
Yeah, you can play the 5 and the 6 in the same pocket.
It's slightly more difficult nudging it to the rail, so the side pocket's not an option. But I think you should be able to just power through, kind of go long rail for the 8 in the top left. May even come above the 8.
He's got the 8 to the corner. Sure he gets on the good side of the 9. Ooh.
Good shot. And these are not league cut pockets for anyone out there. These are the Pro-Am pockets, so they are 4.5 inches.
Yeah, they are
it's not
tight.
5 inches.
And looks like Doug's going to tie this up 1-1. We got 1-1 on the score.
Good shot.
All right, we're back here at rack number 3. Scores tied up 1-1. Everything moved there, but nothing went to a pocket.
Looks like as long as he maintains his composure here, he shouldn't have an issue.
Oh, he's stuck behind the 5, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
I
lights,
apologize.
lights kind of give you a little.
9 ball looked like.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I said earlier, the lighting over the bar tables is not the arena lighting yet, so it's a little suspect.
Looks like you want just a little bit more distance for a jump shot. You didn't want to be that close to it.
If I'm Papageorge, I don't give it back. I take the jump here.
I mean, The 3 ball is hanging.
Yeah, it's
so
a hanger.
There's a big margin of error.
He's giving it back.
Is the 9 ball in the flight path of the jump shot here, or does he have a direct route to where he needs to
No, I
hit
think
the
he's
one?
good. I think he's just gotta elevate a little higher. Just get the ball up in the air. I think he should be all right.
Ooh.
Doug had the distance. He just missed the 3. Gonna get somewhat return safe, so Papa's gonna have to kick one rail.
This, I believe, if Earl Strickland were here and he were mic'd up, that he would.
I'd have
he
jumped
would-
that
he
whole
would
ball with
mention-
a moochie.
He would say that that's the luckiest cue ever invented.
This is why I don't play with side pockets. I'd have jumped that with a moochie. It's foul ball in hand to Doug. Doug's got a good layout here. 2, 3, 4 all sitting them pretty in the pockets. 5 for the side.
No real issues. It just looks like getting from the 9 to the 10.
9-10 might be a little tough, yeah. If he gets himself right on the 7, he can use the rail to come back up, play the 9 in the side, come back down. Doug stays on the good side of the 4, so he can use the rail to spin down for the side and for the 5 in the side pocket.
You also want to get kind of below the 5 here to make sure you're straight or.
Being like in this area here.
Exactly. That side is actually preferable to being above it.
Just roll it in pocket
Sure,
speed. Yeah.
absolutely. I don't think it'll be elevated above the 9 now.
Doug back out for the 7. Little distance on the 7. Should be okay though.
Distance and a little straight. If he can back it up a little bit, actually could come.
He's looking about leaving himself straight. I think I'd like to use off the rail here.
I think either way. The cloth here is relatively new,
Yeah.
so it should draw pretty easily. Yeah. That's what happens. If you try to force shape, occasionally what'll happen, you'll actually miss the shot. That's unfortunate.
All right, Nick's got a chance. Steal one here. Got the 7 to the corner. Nine lands in an okay spot.
You have to hit this with enough speed to come out for
Come
the
down
10.
for the 10, yeah.
Tendency, if you miss here, is to overcut it. He actually did undercut that one.
Got that one, yeah.
I think this is a perfect opportunity just to a stun forward, bank the 9, and just roll up the 9.
Roll up
just
for the
leave
10.
the 9 in the hole, so it makes it difficult even if you miss.
Yeah.
Unless you leave it in the jaws, which would just be not necessarily a bad roll, but.
All right, Doug. Trying to get himself onto the 10.
Now, here's where tip placement is critical, because you basically want to feel this shot as a stop shot and then move your tip like an eighth of an inch above that stop shot.
Just
so
to let it roll
stuns and
forward.
just rolls that, like.
Played the safe instead. He came off the edge of the 9. See, I don't mind that shot on like a 9-foot table, but on a 7-foot bar box, that's a cuttable 9. You know, it's.
I think he's. I don't know.
He's going for the cut. He's going to just center ball high this. He should hit right where that white spot is on the center rail on top there if he hits it properly.
It's not going to scratch, is it?
Well, it should come to short side. Be a tough angle cut on the 10. Right?
Yeah, I thought he might need a little bit of just a hair of inside on that to straighten up and get on the fat side.
See Nick Papageorge with a 4-railer. There he's cutting it.
Yeah.
Well, Papa, everybody likes the 4-railer. Let's see it. Bad. He threw a little backside on it. It's gonna leave Doug a tough shot on the 10. But again, it's a much more makeable shot on a 7-foot than it is on a 9.
Absolutely. And also, aside from just the size of the table, newer cloth will slide in as well.
Slide that ball.
You can actually hit, probably just outside the point and from this particular angle, and still have it slide in.
Doug makes that. It's going to make it 2-1 and a race to 9. Three, 2, 1. All right, guys. Like I was saying earlier, next week I'll be providing commentary for Fedor Gorst. Whoop. Got to loop that. I'll put that back up there. There it is. I'll be providing commentary for Fedor Gorst on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/@FedorGorstPro. We'll be doing that on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Derby. So anytime Fedor's playing a match, tune in. You'll be hearing me. And then as soon as he's done his match, and the PA Pro-Am stream will be up. Charlie Roy, to answer your question, it's me and Mark Nanashee. We're going to go into rack number 4. Cogliano is up 2-1. Makes the 2 in the corner, but bad position on the 1. He's behind the 4-9.
I wonder if he'll opt for a similar type of push, where a push for a jump shot here.
Good push.
Oh, the 10 went.
He made the 10 too. Good push the cue up to the 5. Leave Nick the bank, but I think he's just going to push it onto the 3.
Looks like he only has a thin piece of this one ball. If he has the whole thing, I would take it. If he only has kind of that left hemisphere,
I think he left him the whole ball. I think he's going to be. He might be behind the 5 if he makes it.
Wow.
And the whole ball just missed the shot.
He even had the other. He had enough to make the ball.
Yeah. He's up for Doug to play the 1 in the side pocket. A little bit of high English, come back out to the center of the table for the 3. Slow speed on the 3, play 2 rails for the 4 in the left side pocket.
This can get funny if you come up too high. He did well.
Yeah, he did good on that shot. I wouldn't roll this. I would not roll this cue all the way up. I would leave it pretty much right where the 4 is, maybe about 4 or 5 inches in front of it.
Yeah, so you have the left long rail.
Left long rail angle, yeah.
So
he's going to come up 2 rails.
And the problem with this is your speed has to be so accurate.
Has to be on point. Yeah, if not, you overshoot it.
You're coming across your positional lane.
Yeah, ideally, he wants to be here.
Yeah, as opposed to coming into that lane, now he's coming across it.
Let's see if my predictions are on point. We'll leave that on the table there for a second. Yeah, a little better than I was thinking. Okay.
Did well.
See, this type of shot, though, where the 7 is, I mean, now he's running into the 10 versus going away from the 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, he could troll it off the 10. A little bit of low left. He's going to probably catch the 10 on the way out.
If he can miss the 10, I would come to the left long rail and then back over to the right long rail. Yeah, he went into the 10. I'm not sure from the angle if that was necessary. He may have been able to come kind of zigzag 2 rails without hitting the 10.
Yeah. The 7 goes to the bottom corner.
Yeah.
He might use the right side rail for some help. What do you think? Use the right rail, kind of pop off of it. Yeah, he's going for the safe instead.
I actually like that early in a match.
I do too, yeah.
Because trying to hold position for the 8 was difficult.
Good hit by Papageorge. Wrong zoom, sorry about that. Still getting used to these new cameras, so
I can see the balls from
yeah. I'm still getting used to the new.
You're zoomed in that far.
I got a joystick here. I'm just learning how to touch on it. Speaking of streaming, we have tonight's event, and then I believe there's going to be an action match that I'm going to be streaming from Delran Billiards tomorrow. I'm hearing Eddie Abraham is going to get in the mix with somebody. Sunday I got an APA stream, then the Derby next week, and then the Diamond Bar Box. I'll be streaming that also. And I got a couple matchroom events I'm streaming this year for some other tournament directors. Yeah, we'll be traveling. Then I'll be, I believe I'm going to the European Open.
He's going 2 rails at the 7, which is the right play. He's trying to attempt to send the 7
kick
towards
and stick.
Yeah, but the problem is if you hit this a little thin, you can actually scratch in the bottom right. You hit it well. Oh,
I'm gonna skirt out for him now. I'm gonna get away with it.
Maybe some 10-ball action here. Thin the 7.
Thin the 7 run into the 10, or thin the 7 towards the 10. Come 2 rails.
I was thinking the carom as opposed to the combination.
Okay. Carom a cue off.
Yeah, I feel like it appears that you can hit it the 7 thin enough to kind of leave it over on that rail or close to it.
Took your advice. Oh, it's going to go in the drink. Wow. That's going to be ball in hand for Papageorge. He's got 4 balls to get out. Try to tie this up.
Yeah. See where the 7 is?
Yeah.
And as thin as he hit it, the carom was actually the wrong shot in that instance.
Yeah.
Because he would, in order to carom the 10, he would have actually had to hit it thicker, which would have theoretically sent the 7 further down the table, which is not what you're looking for. So possibly either a definite safe in that situation, or that combination may have been the right shot.
I like the 7 and the 8 in the top left corner here. I think Papa has a different idea. I think he's going to play the 7 and stop the cue.
Well, it's actually the most economical play, believe it or not. The economy of motion from a cue ball perspective. So it's not necessarily a bad play, but sometimes, like he did just here, now he's going to cut it slightly as opposed to being straight end, which makes the shot a little more difficult and your position a little more difficult as well.
Hey, Politico, how's it going, buddy? Thank you. Appreciate it. You too. 8 to the corner.
So like me, sometimes they have a tendency, or at least Nick has a tendency to overthink his position.
He's got to be careful of the side pocket, too. Especially with the draw here.
And he's elevated as well.
Yeah, so that ball's not going to hook as much. Just going to kind of go parallel sideways. He got it.
Excellent stroke.
All right, he's going to get out to the 10, looking to tie this up, 2-2. Politico, no, Nick is from the Pennsylvania area.
He lives in Atlanta now.
Atlanta, he lives in, yeah. All right, we got 2-2 on the score.
His family's here, and he's here.
Yeah, I know
often.
his dad lives here. All right, we got rack number 5. Papageorge to break. Score tied up, 2-2.
Wow, he's breaking pretty far over there to the top left. Second ball went.
He's got a shot on 1. Not the most ideal shot. I would probably want to dish this out. We play on the right side of the 1. Let the cue ball come down.
Excellent drawing.
Thank you.
Frank.
I'm an artiste. I just saw this name, Anthony Mariani, in the chat. I quickly glanced at it. I thought it was my dad, because my dad's name's Anthony Maialetti, and I was like, what the hell's my dad doing on here? All right, he's going to get behind the 9. No, he's going to give Doug a little sliver of it.
That is the 2 ball by the 1, correct?
That is the 2 ball, yes, sir. Rafi Licious said the great Nick Papageorge's new nickname is the Philly Tomato King. All right, Doug has a safety play here. He could play on the left side of the 1, try to spin the cue to the 2 ball. Could also play on the right side.
It was tricky. I think if you were going to play to that side, you hit it softer and try and leave the 1 on the left long rail and the cue ball on the right long rail. The other option would have been to try and bank it towards the bottom right and leave the cue ball kind of right there, or nudge the 2 towards the pocket.
Gets himself up for the 2 ball. Benny Clapholtz, we got to figure out a name for your group, like something along the sort, like the lines of like the Rat Pack, but not the Rat Pack, obviously. Thank you.
I'm staying out.
You got Sarah Coley, you got Benji, you got Doug, you got Papageorge are all in that group. All right, Nick out to the 3. Playing this rack a little bit better. He's got a little softer on some of his shots. Play the 3 to the corner. It's going to hold it for the 4.
He's stroking it well.
Stroking.
I gotta say, so far early in the match, I'm really impressed with both the composure that they're both showing. And they don't seem to be rushed.
So I've never really seen Doug get rattled. I have seen Papageorge play a bad set and get a little rattled. But I've also seen Papageorge play more than Doug, so it could just be a smaller sample size.
I think rattled may not
Yeah,
be the correct adjective.
Flustered, maybe.
Yeah, normally early in matches,
Yeah.
there's some additional nerves, and then you bring the stream into effect, and the fact that both of these guys want to rip each other's throat out in this match.
Rafi has the 7-foot diamond pro-am table. Yeah, I mean, if you can't beat your buddy's ass, I mean, who can you beat, you know? Papageorge hangs the 7.
It's unfortunate. So far, we're on the 5th game, and I think a rough count of maybe 4 unforced errors between the two.
Two rails for Doug. For the 8 ball. Looks like he set himself up for 3 rails for the 9 in the side.
Yeah, I personally don't like that.
Yeah.
That track. For me, I would just go long rail. Yeah, I would do that. Hopefully, I would make the 8.
Puts it up for Papageorge.
It's easy when you're hitting at that speed.
Yeah.
And it's not really necessary with the angle that he had, believe it or not, to hit it that hard. It'll get over there 2 rails and come back. That zigzag.
Yeah. I like that shot. Just
You have a decision to make here, though. Did you just roll the 9 in? That's what I think the play
like
is.
I like the roll. Just simple shot. No reason to do anything crazy with it. Papageorge does not like the roll.
See, that'll happen a lot if you're not 100% confident with your stroke.
Yeah.
You want to hit a little bit harder to pop off that rail and come over, as opposed to trusting that you're going to be able to roll the 9 in.
Papageorge calling the bank. Fires it in there, Nick Papageorge.
Great recovery there.
Let's check that one. Shoot it, Nick. I got 3-2 on the score.
I actually like the fact that he's taking a little bit longer on his set position.
Yeah.
Kind of verifying with his eye movement from the object ball to check your tip placement, object ball to your tip placement, then slow back and then get through the cue ball. I think a lot of people have a tendency to rush that portion.
All right, we got rack 6. We got a new sponsor for PA Pro-Am. Picked up a big one. Jay Flowers is the new tour sponsor for PA Pro-Am Pool.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That'll be the official cue.
If I'm not mistaken, Jay Flowers came out with, I believe it's called the SMO. Is it
The SMO, yep.
It's the lowest deflecting carbon fiber shaft on the market.
Yeah.
Is my understanding again. I haven't hit with that shaft specifically, but I've heard good things.
Some of the players that are on the Jay Flowers professional team. Obviously, Jason Shaw, Roberto Gomez, Earl Strickland, Emily Duddy, Elliot Sanderson, Rodney Morris, D'Angelo Spain down there in Maryland, Dennis Orculo, Ronnie Alcano, Jeffrey DeLuna. Some good players on that list. Fun to join them.
Is it Alcano or Elcano?
I'm from Philadelphia. We just get all kinds of accents.
I heard someone mentioned to me that they said it was
I believe
like,
you might be right. It might be Alcano. Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard of him back in the States at all.
No, I haven't heard him in the States for a while either. So I'm being asked about the Fisher-Price table. That it's like a Fisher-Price table that Nick got in Philly. Have you seen that one?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Listen, people can laugh if they like, but I will say this. Nick has put a lot of effort into his pool game. He has actually shown improvement, which many people don't. Many people play for decades and don't show any improvement whatsoever.
Papageorge is one of my favorite people. Every time I see him, he always comes in with a lot of good energy.
Oh,
and he talks a ton of shit. I love it. So it's
he's absolutely good for a pool room, that's for sure.
Well, he was down Moscone this year. He was barking. I think he was barking at Sky Woodward at one point. Let's see. Doug Cogliano unleashed that stroke. 6 in the corner, draw long rail, long table, 6 feet back. Doug Chicks dig the long ball. That's it.
Does he have an angle to follow?
Yeah, he's going to follow it. Yeah. That's actually a good shot. I like
really
it.
like that shot.
Yeah,
I like the
shot.
path that he took.
Tom Flag, I don't have a weekend open until probably, no bullshit, probably September. I have a stream or a tournament or a live event every weekend so far. Doug wants to be on the top side of the 9. He wants to be above the 9, coming back down towards the 10.
Actually, I think right here, with the angle that he has, he may just have to stun over and play the 9 in the top right.
She look. All right, Doug left. Papa behind the 9. He's gonna have to jump in this ball. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, buddy. I don't come out too much during the week. I'm up at like 4:30 in the morning.
This angle, if you
He's spinning around it.
If you look at the landing area, he's going to be hitting the 8 probably on the. Oh well, he massed it.
Massed it around.
That
Good
was a
shot.
great shot. This will cut inside.
Yeah, come to the top rail.
And you beat the scratch pretty easily. As long
Top
as you
rail,
can
side
roll the
rail.
pocket. Well done.
Shot by Nick. Nick's going to try to take a 4-2 lead here. Benji, that's not true. He tried to jump against me on the stream and ended up in ball in hand, but he did try to jump. All right. Nick Papageorge is up 4-2 currently on Doug Cogliano. All right, and we're back with rack number 7. Nick Papageorge up 4-2.
Let's watch the 7 and the 9 here. The second ball is directly behind the 1. Let's see. He had the ball, which was positioned where the 7 is, tracking directly to the left side pocket, which is a good break. It's what you're ideally trying to do. A little high that time, but I believe he made the other one.
Yeah, he
May
made
have
the 9.
scratched as well. Or did the 9 go in, or is it
The 9 one in the right side pocket. Yep.
I apologize to all our viewers for my. I'm even wearing glasses at the moment. It's embarrassing.
He's got good position on the 2, 2, 3, 4. This is an out rack here. 2 to the 3, 3 to the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leads you to the 10. Let's see if Papa can complete it.
And a little stun draw to the middle of the table.
He's still okay. He just has to avoid
The 6 ball.
the 6. Yeah, if he hits it well, he can come. It's going to be thin, but he can come right in between that 6 and the rail.
I think you play for that, and
Just hope for the best.
yeah, if you hit it, you're fine. As
Yeah.
long as you have to hit it with enough speed to displace the 6, but not enough to come down table. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
want to hit it with soft enough that you could roll up behind it. That was great. Take it completely out of the equation. I like that.
No, instead he calls out guys who runs the stream and plays pool like once every 6 months. He's going to play the 5 to the corner. Draw off for the 6. That's a good shot. Nice natural angle for the 6 to the 7. Tom, I love you, buddy. right, one rail out. He's going to play the 7 into the corner, get himself onto the 8. Two rails out for the 8. I like it even better. All right, and Papa George might complete the break and run out here. Papa George up 5-2. So listen, for all you killers here in the stream, since we got a whole bunch of them right now, we got a couple things coming up. We got the 700 and under split bracket February 8th and 9th. The split is 551 to 700 and 550 and below. Handicap event. Miss Rachel, I think, came in 3rd the last time, 2nd, something like that. And then if you're over 600, because everybody in the area cries about getting 600 and over events, here it is, 600 to 699. I got 8 people signed up. Where's the rest of you? All right, we got 9. Mark Nanashee. That's on February 15th. Guys, if you play in that 700 and under event, I'm probably almost going to be able to guarantee you that I'll get you home way before the Super Bowl starts. All right.
Wow, that throws a wrench into the monkey works, doesn't it? What was the date on that?
February 8th and 9th.
Oh.
Right now I got like 40 people signed up, so we've ran 80 player events in one day here. So.
And that's the split bracket?
That's the split bracket, yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't think he's going to pocket. I see a really interesting save. It looks like if he can send the 1 ball, bank it straight down towards the 10, and then send the cue ball behind the 6 ball. I think that might be his best option. I don't necessarily, not in love with trying to bank at this ball.
Yeah.
Even though a position is,
How about essentially
is there, but
reverse banking the 1 past the 4, put it close to the 7?
do that, but I think you're going above the 6 there.
Yeah.
Well, he got behind on the backside. It's a great shot. He kind of did something similar to what you were talking about.
That's your number, right?
Yes.
Okay. You got the same one I got, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Papa kicking at the 1 ball. Guys, it actually says it in the full description. It's a 7-foot diamond pro-am table. Those are 9-footers.
Missed some action there. It looked like, I guess, I know Doug was hooked, and then he must have jumped and got
Papa,
safe.
yeah, Papa kicked at the 1 there.
Can we widen out the shot just a little?
Oh, other way. It's as wide as I can go.
Gotcha.
The wall's only, 6 feet from the table.
I was just curious. We'll be able to see here. I know Nick has been staying incredibly still, his head and whatnot, which obviously it leads to a lot of consistency. I'm curious if Doug is doing the same. See that slight movement?
Yeah,
forward?
little hedge twinge.
Yeah, that's something that can lead to inconsistencies.
Doug's going to elevate over the 9 here, cut the 4. Now 2 rails for that 5.
Now here, when you're elevated over a ball, it's easy to get quick on your backstring and your
you don't want to hit
forward
the ball.
swing. But if you keep it smooth and just slow back, even though it's a short swing, and then get through the ball, you have better results.
A little short on the 4. Papa playing the 4. Now, just in case, they're planning on playing 2 sets, a race to 9 and a race to 7. If they split the sets, they can't walk out. Someone's got to play a 3rd set. Can't have that kind of shenanigans here.
Knowing Nick, he may just flip a quarter for it.
Yeah, right. He would. Yes, you are too early for the Gorst signed cue balls. They'll be giving out at the Derby.
How close? He's not frozen on this 3 ball, is he? That is the 3, or is it the 7?
That's a 7.
Okay.
Still working the joystick. Gotta give me a little bit of love here. Yeah, he's pretty tight on it.
Well, he's going the opposite direction. I thought that was a 3 ball.
Yeah. Looking at a 3-railer maybe around the 6. He's got to avoid that 7. I think he runs. I think his contact point on the 3rd rail is right at the 7. I mean, you can come play on it, Barrett.
Did he just call the ball on the bottom right? Did he just kind of tap the bottom right top?
You can play on it, Barry, but I'm not streaming anything on it tonight. No rail. It's going to be ball in hand to Doug. And we'll be streaming tomorrow night at Delran Billiards, right across the bridge here in Delran, New Jersey. Here in a big action match, maybe 5 Gs in the middle, I'm hearing, possibly. The actual action price hasn't been determined, but I do know they're playing. Stefan from New York and Eddie Abraham. I'm being told 7 o'clock, Charlie.
And it's just a run out 9 ball or 10 ball, not a
they didn't
back
tell me.
Pocket or...
Yeah, last time I don't know. I actually wasn't there the last time they played, but they didn't really give me a ton of details. It was, hey Frank, we need a streamer. I said, I'm available. So, and the wife works there, so.
Understood. Where is this?
Corner pocket of Delran. It's right across the bridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vinny DiNucci.
Vinny DiNucci's old place, yeah. My friend Barnes Hutchins bought it.
Gotcha.
All right, Doug's going to play this 9 to the corner. Now 2 rails for the 10. I see what you're saying there with that. He lunged forward a little bit with it. Yeah. Just slightly. It was just enough to kind of mess his shot up a little bit. All right, Papageorge. Doug gave him that game. All right, that's going to be 6-2.
I guess it's not in the rules that conceding is loss of game plus loss of next game.
Rack +1. All right. I might be taking a break here for a second. If they're taking a break, we are too. We'll be right back, guys.
How you doing? I'm the Freezer, Scott Frost. You're watching PA Pro-Am Pool. Tune in now.
You are watching PA Pro-Am Pool, bringing you the hottest action from today's top amateurs and pro shooters. Check out paproampool.com for all the latest info on our events and tournaments.
All right, rack number 9. Papageorge the break. 2 10s locked up a little bit. Just a couple innings. Okay, so Doug Cogliano just texted me. When he moved the coin and got down to shoot, Nick had said to him, I don't understand where you're going. So they're actually going to null and void that game. So we're going to go back down to 5-2, and they're going to replay that rack. Oh, right from Doug. Respectable from both players. I like it. All right, Doug pushes out. All right, so we're back down 5-2.
I think you on a bar table here. I guess it's not lined up perfect.
I like the cam, the 1 into the 5.
Yeah,
Back cutting the 1. Okay. That 4-10-7 is all wonky,
Yeah.
though. I don't know if I want to mess around with that one.
I'll tell you.
Pop had a little juice on that one. See it spinning.
You may be able to get to those balls.
Yeah, I'm looking
Maybe
at
not the
this.
3,
Looking at the
off
3,
the
though. I mean,
2.
that's. There's not a lot of clearance to hook that ball.
It's risky to do it with a 2 ball.
There's not a lot of clearance to get into there.
If you do it with the 2, you might hook yourself with the 6. You know what? I'm not
Run
sure
into
if
it now with the 1. If
Exactly.
You could. Yeah.
You reposition the 3 ball now so that you can use it to break out the 4.
If that 3 goes up, so if that 3 goes, that would have been great for him. Well, now he can run into it with the 3 being at the top, but I don't know if he's on the good side of the 2, really. That 2 might be too close to the rail, let's see. Try it for it. All right, enough moving the camera for a little bit. Got a new toy.
All this fancy equipment.
Right, this is where it's at. Oh, I forgot to say, obviously I'll be at the Super Billiards Expo at the Kamui booth. And hopefully they let me stream the amateur event the last day, all the finals and stuff. That'd be nice. Talking to Alan about that now.
Sure.
If you know Alan Hopkins, throw a good word in from you guys. I appreciate it. Good save by Doug. Behind the 5 ball. Watching any of the mini derby at all? Up there at Rail Yard.
I was there last year. It's a really nice place.
Yep. I have not been to Rail Yard yet. I got to get down there. Scott Frost invited me down a couple months ago. I just wasn't able to make it, but. That's a scratch.
Very unfortunate there.
Pull up the bracket real quick for that mini derby.
I know, who's it? Virginia Wolford. Shane Wolford beat Shane
Did he?
9-6, I think, earlier. I think he won his first 2 rounds.
Well, we got Payne McBride on the A side left as this is tomorrow at 12. We got Payne McBride and Lucas, Sky and Chohan, Wolford and Landon Hollingsworth, Joe Pierce and Mickey Krause. How about Mickey Krause beating Federer today, 9-6?
Mickey's subject to beat anyone right now.
Yeah, I
on the
love
planet.
Mickey. He's awesome.
He's
He's a good dude.
yeah, he's plays great too.
Vitali and Shane at 12 o'clock tomorrow. That should be a good one.
That's on the B side as well.
B-side
isn't it?
matchup, yeah. And Federer gets the winner of Stephen Ellsworth and David Nunn. Doug tried to take the break out.
Well, he's in perfect position here.
Good shape,
as well.
yeah. What's the billiards place in New York, Politico? I'm not sure. They have like 70 pool halls in there.
Yeah, the billiard place.
Never heard of it. Is it good?
Well, there's a 3-cushion place that has. I think it has like 2 pool tables and
As in the cafe?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
cafe. And then there's Steinway.
Yeah,
there's,
Steinway.
No,
Steinway's
I'm sorry, Steinway's closed.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Jennifer
Bar.
Beretta's place.
Sky Billiard, Skyline. I love Rax. I think Rax is a great room.
I don't go to New York.
Nah.
I do not, because I drive. Like I have no desire
Yeah.
to go
Yeah, tell me
into
about
New
it.
York.
I went to New York a couple weeks ago. It sucked. Not the pool rooms, just driving around.
And
sucked.
it's a shame because some of the players there rarely leave that specific area.
They don't
and
need
I like
to.
a lot of those guys.
Man, they don't need to. They got like 12 pool halls in a 5-mile radius. No, but I like Rax. It's got all diamond tables, all Predator lights. They got a streaming setup that's going to go in.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually went up there to meet Stephen Mattiel, and he got some streaming equipment off of me. They hosted a matchroom event there last year at a WPBA. Holden is the owner. Nice room. If you're in the area,
You were there recently,
I
weren't you?
was. Yeah, I was there 2 weeks ago.
Did you make it to Amsterdam or?
Yeah, so I got there after 5 o'clock.
Is Alaska still there? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I got there after 5 o'clock, and they charge you for 2 people after 5 because they're very busy.
Yeah.
But it's $19 a person. It was like $40 a pool. I'm like, yeah, I'm all right, guys, thanks.
Oh,
Oof.
that's kind of worst case
Do
scenario.
you go for it here? I gotta say it.
With the 410?
Yeah, I gotta say it.
If it's right there on the edge, I think you have to.
All right, Doug Cogliano is going to take that game. 5-3 on the score now.
Check out the incredibly fast shipping by Eddie P from Crossroad Q's. Guys, they sell all the best brands in the world. Jim Pierce, Sly, Philippi, Salermo, PFD, you name it, they have it. Check out my man Eddie P, the man of faith. CrossroadQs.com. And you can reach him at crossroadqs@gmail.com or give him a call.
Politico, I miss the action. I don't miss the shitty equipment. I do miss the action. I miss the pool hall Friday nights, just hanging out for 8, 10, 12 hours. People walking through the door. I hate a plastic triangle. They're the bane of my existence.
Is that the 1 by the 3?
That is the 1 by the 3, yes, sir.
I believe it looks like it slides through there. gets by the 3.
Yeah. This camera was thrown up quickly for this matchup. I didn't have a chance to really test out the light temperatures and everything. The next time we have a streaming event here on this table, I'll make sure that it's repositioned better so we can see the balls.
I think
more
it has
prominently.
much less to do with your equipment than it has to do with my equipment.
No, I have a bad angle here on the camera. See that like bright spot in the middle? It's called a hot spot.
Sure.
I got to fix that a little bit.
Prior to the break, what I was going to mention is the psychology of what just occurred, where they agreed to negate the prior game.
Yeah.
And then Doug actually wins it. That's almost mentally like a 2-game swing for Nick to kind of overcome. So
yeah, because you go back down and then down another one.
Exactly. So
Right,
you just need to forget it and just move on.
Nick's calling the 4.
If you dwell on things like that,
what's that, buddy?
If you dwell on things of that nature, oftentimes, obviously, it's going to have a negative impact on your performance, and it becomes almost an excuse for you.
Yeah, I used to have slight annoyance, anger issues with pool, and then I just got to a point where I just didn't care anymore. Now it's just more about I just want to. I just don't want to embarrass myself. I just want to play well. Guys, I want to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. Hit that button for me. The second one. Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're stuck with me here briefly. What an unfortunate roll. I don't necessarily think he meant to hit the 8-ball there. But the concept, it had potential. Right up until the cue ball scratched in the side pocket. Nick was flirting with the side pocket there as well. Just follow here, maintain an angle to make it easy to get to the 7. Seven to the 8 is no issue. What you want to make sure of here is that you're looking at the 9 ball. If you're going to be playing it in the side, you want to have an angle that makes it easy. You're going towards the 10 ball as opposed to going up table. I have absolutely no idea what's taking place. Hopefully everyone's still with us. Now, he shouldn't have an issue with this 9 ball. But this is what I was referring to previously. You'd want an angle on the 9 to come towards the 10 as opposed to go up table and back down. Well done, Nick. So 6-3, Nick Papageorge. I'm not going to attempt to change the score. We'll wait for Frank to come back for that. Appears they located the Outsville template rack. Let's see if Nick can adjust here. I know the last few breaks he's had, the second ball in on the left has been going high. See if we can get that dialed in. 6, yes. Appears to be the 5 and the 6 ball are directly behind the 1, so we'll be watching those tracking towards the side pockets.
6 ball's going to rock it, I think.
And the 3 rail are on the 2 ball. 4 railer, excuse me.
It's a good break. You got 3 on that one.
Just not able to find an opening after the break. It doesn't seem
Yeah,
wide
he's not
open.
getting, the one that he did, he broke and ran out on it. But
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's not as if they're necessarily breaking poorly.
yeah. Bar box too. There is a lot of balls clustering, hitting together earlier than they would on a 9-footer. I hate the radio here. It drives me nuts. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical difficulty.
Something like that occurred while you were gone.
Yeah.
I thought I had kicked a wire or something.
No, it's good shot. Actually gets himself back onto the 5. Just the usage of the computer sometimes. This is what we're concerned about right here. As long as this is green and not red, then we're good. All right, Cogliano up on the 7 ball.
Little decisions like this are interesting. You know, do you use a little bit inside to come up, or do you come around 2 rails?
I prefer to come around the 2 rails.
I do as well, but sometimes it's difficult with the angle that you have.
Yeah. And now
Very easy
on
to
a
have
bar
something
box,
like
I'm
that
comfortable spinning that ball 2 rails. On a 9-footer, I would probably play more of just the 1 rail.
I'm not sure that actually just taking this bank on isn't the right option here.
Yeah, because you're going to go down towards the 10 ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Gonna leave a long distance.
if there's no great safety, if there's no really good safety, I mean, he may be able to come off the 8 and with a little bit of low outside and come down under the 10 or the 9, but it's so easy to leak out if those are the only balls you're trying to get behind.
Guys, how's the stream quality here? Let me know. It seems like YouTube's telling me that it's low, but it seems like it's okay. Let me know. He's coming off that right side rail.
Yeah, it's never easy when you're on the rail like this, regardless of the shot. They're always missable in this situation. The way Nick's been playing, I think he's going to stay still. I think he's going to take his time, and I think he'll put this down. It's interesting with the little pressure of being on the rail. Let's see if there is any head movement. Nope. Very well
He
done.
plays it well. I think it's over. Nick trying to extend his lead. All right, Papageorge is going to go up 7-3 in a race to 9 against Doug Cogliano. All right, we're back, guys. Just working on a little bit of the stream health here. Still getting it. I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know. On my end, it's showing full bars. Everything going good. Could just be the internet of the pool room. Let me see. I'm gonna do a quick speed test.
That may have just leaked a little too far. I'm not sure if he's got the
Yeah, it looks like he does have the 2, I think. operating on the fly here. 909's up already. Go on here. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Give me just 1 second here, just working through. Just switching the internets over. I don't need to reset the stream. There's different things to do here. All right. Papageorge has the 4 on the side. He's going to run into the 10.
Yeah, that was the 8 ball. He had just made the 4 earlier.
Sorry about that.
He actually made a very good shot in the side pocket. Just a very mild back cut. He may do a little stun draw here. And just play the 6 in the same side pocket as the 8. Shot.
Slides over for the 6. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Now, decisions. Do you stop and then get on the 10? I like going 3 rails from the 9 ball to the 10 ball.
10.
So we want to have kind of a 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit steeper. So I prefer from him here to kind of draw back to where the cue ball is now, possibly. Actually, maybe even a little bit further.
He could get into the center of the table with this.
Yeah, if he doesn't want to go the 3-rail route, there is a zigzag 2-rail route, but you bring a scratch in the side pocket into play. There you go. That's a good shot.
Hit it well.
I like that. Now 3 rails. Make sure you take the side pocket completely out of the equation. Go long, if anything,
go past
to the middle of the long rail, in between the side pocket and the bottom. I hit it just a little long. That's
short,
not what you want to do.
He's all right there. He can cut the 10 ball here.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a tougher shot.
I'd like to see him verify the position that he is attempting to get more than he is currently, as opposed to just. I like everything that he's doing right now, with the exception of he's kind of taking for granted a little bit of his position.
Yeah. Great 10 ball cut down to the corner.
Good shot.
Papa drills it. It's going to get him to the hill. 8-3 right now against Doug Cogliano.
And for those of you that can't see off camera, Doug is punching himself in the face at the moment. I'm kidding. I may be kidding. We can't see either what's taking place.
If you're in the West Virginia area, check out my buddy Chris Wilson's The League Room. Great room down there, great tournaments. Awesome place to go to.
Is Shane Jackson still out that way? Or
Shane's not out that way right now.
I know he went to Chicago, I think.
Yeah, he was out there at that way before.
I know he had an issue with... I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, I think he's doing well. Watch that 9-ball. Almost. One track to the corner, 2 down. Shot on the 3. To avoid the 5. Actually, hitting the 5 won't hurt him. Pretty well hit. Use the 3. He might go 2 rails by hitting this 3 if he avoids the 5.
This is a difficult shot. Oh, he played it in the side pocket. That was a calculated risk.
I think I heard him yell YOLO before he shot it.
To me, this looks like a situation. Well,
he could get on that 6 on the 5. It's going to be a tough shot, but
he's on the 5, right?
no, he's got the 4 to get to the 5.
Oh, okay.
But the 5 to the 6.
Well, 5 to the 6, you just get an angle a little bit shorter of mid-table, come 2 rails in between the 7-9. I mean, it's there. It's not an easy lane. He's a little too straight for that now. But I think this is the percentage play. You just come down to the bottom eighth of the table. Yeah, get a look at the 6.
He can cheat a little bit here. I think he's going to hit this 9.
Off the right long
just
route?
by the way I'm looking at him queuing up, I think he's going to hit the 9.
I think he's drawing down tape.
Just missed it.
It's the hair long. Actually, he's in really good shape.
He's got it.
I thought he was a lot straighter than that.
Yeah, I caught that little nuance. Right at the end there, I caught that little nuance angle he had. He's looking to... I think he's going to play draw off of this 10.
Can't you just roll into it?
Yeah, but see...
Is it
bit
that
of a
steep
tough
of an
angle on the 7 and the side. So that's what I'm saying. If you play draw off the 10, he's going to get up top right where his cue stick is there. He should be able to shoot the 7 right down in that bottom pocket.
It's funny how it ricochets off those balls. You really have to look at it. I mean, you could go 6, 10, 9. Like you could.
I think he's looking to just catch the edge of that 10 ball and essentially send the cube in between the 7 and the 9.
Well, even if he bumps the 7, it's still good most likely.
Oh. He had the angle on the 7. Let's see if Doug can turn this around a little bit. He's got to get a confidence builder game here.
You also need to keep the mentality of just one at a time, you know.
That's what I'm saying, that confidence builder type game to just get yourself back into it.
Get up high enough. It's pretty steep to just roll it.
Yeah, he's got to punch it over 2 rails. Left side rail, right side rail, back over.
Good shot.
Yes, it is. Nice. We go to play 9 to the corner. It should leave him right for the 10.
And just coming back to the table like this, and you're a little, you know, you throw your grip arms just a little tight.
Yeah. I missed it.
Yeah, it's easy to do that. Is what my point.
Oh. He needed that too, because
Well, see,
Papageorge gets out here, he's going to win the set.
Believe it or not, the issue there, if he would have accepted a little bit steeper shape and just punched that ball instead of trying to roll forward.
Slide it over.
Yeah, just slide it over, take a little bit tougher shot on a 10. That makes the 9 so much easier. And you're not trying to punch, stun.
For the win here, Papageorge. All right, Papageorge is up 1 set.
Shot.
We got 1 set, Nick Papageorge. I think we're going to take a break here for a few minutes. I'm actually going to shut this down and reinitialize, come right back. Give me 2 minutes, guys, and then jump yourselves right back on it. Appreciate it.